Patrick Saint. I knew you were going to be able to keep your mouth shut for too long about this, so I waited patiently. I waited to see what you were going to have to say about RWA Legacy on Saturday. And Pat, I've been around a long time. I've seen more people come and go than you've had matches in RWA. I started at Legacy 4 doing camera work. The next year, I won the RWA television title. The year after that, I main evented. The year after that, main evented again. The year after that, I stepped inside a steel cage with Chris Dozer in the main event again. Fast forward a few more years, 2024. In the main event again, inside another steel cage. Do you see a trend? Do you see a trend here? I don't know if you can get it through your thick skull. You think of RWA main events, you think of Mike Graca. You say that I feel like I'm owed this shot. No. I had my shot. I lost. Cash Money cost me that match. But I took care of Cash Money, and I've positioned myself in a spot with the full intention of whooping your ass and taking the RWA title. Now, I know you're kind of new around here, but I have to give you credit. You've beat everybody that they put in front of you. Wrestler after wrestler after wrestler after wrestler. But I am no ordinary wrestler, Mr. Saint. I'm a guy that will go to any length, to any depth, cause as much harm to myself as it takes to get what I want, to get what I need. And what I need is the RWA Championship. Mr. Saint, the last 15 years have been a roller coaster. I'm here to take you on that roller coaster with me. And where we're going, you're not gonna like. Because Patrick Saint, if he dies, he dies.
This year's contest is the first of our double main events of the evening.
Double main event. You heard Rob Massey say it, but when you look at RWA Legacy, Mike Graca is a guy that's trying to cement his own. Few years back, he went to battle with BMT, became the RWA champion in a steel cage. Last year, unfortunately, had to sit on the shelf, and he has climbed exactly where he deserves to be, but he's got a test. But Mike Graca is fired up, and Zach, what a contest we have. This is gonna be a battle tonight.
You Aiken, especially with the fallout of the tag team bout back at Spectacle, but it was back at WrestleProm that Mike Graca won the superlative in this building to be voted the next RWA champion by the RWA faithful, and that could very much come to fruition in yet another legacy main event for the Mind Eraser. But that is much easier said than done with who holds the gold. because they don't get much bigger or better than Don Dada, top shotter, belt collector, the RWA heavyweight champion, that absolute mogul, Patrick Saint.
Patrick Saint has been on an absolute tear in the RWA. I mean, you look at RWA Legacy 18, Jason Blade defeats Antonio Atama. You wouldn't think anybody would come close, but in came Patrick Saint, and you've lined him up, he's knocked him down. So if Mike Rassa wants it, he's got to prove it here tonight.
A whole lot to prove for Mike Rassa to win back what he should have never lost for Patrick Saint, to establish his dominance. For now, for the official championship introductions, let's take it to the legendary Rob Massey.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, and it is for the RWA Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger, wrestling out of the blue corner, representing Sebastian the corner, accompanied by Katie Graca from the basement of Butler Hospital. Weighing in at 213 pounds, the Mind Eraser! His opponent, wrestling out of the red corner, from Connecticut, weighing in at 300 pounds, he is the top shot, the paper chaser, and the current reigning, defending RWA Heavyweight Champion, Patrick Saint!
RWA Championship feel here at Legacy 19, and it doesn't get any bigger or better than this one especially. You look at Patrick Saint the past year he's had in the RWA. You look at Mike Rassa since coming back from injury. They both have something to prove. And Zach, there's no other place it should happen than right here in Legacy.
You couldn't have put it any better, nowhere better than right here, right now, in the present, as we honor those who came before us, who will carry the RWA banner into the ever-growing, ever-expansive future. Two warriors meet nose to nose in the center, and you can already see the steam fuming.
Mike Rassa trying to throw his whole body weight at Patrick Saint. Saint not even flinching.
And even though you saw a headlock, you see shoulder tackles, there is nothing traditional about what this display will end up being between guys like these. The lights getting as bright as ever for as big of a main event as this is in our double main event here at Legacy. And man, that's one big shoulder tackle.
Wiping out Mike Rassa like it's nothing. Patrick Saint boasting the moment in. But if anyone knows more than Patrick Saint, he's just getting started. Grabbing Rassa, big strikes to the midsection, not even phasing Patrick Saint, it looks like.
I mean, Patrick Saint is just a different breed, so the Mind Eraser is gonna have to truly dig deep into his bag of tricks that have kept him in the dance for all of these years, for all these championship moments, all these legacy moments. Hopefully, he can make another one.
Rassa's not done. Clothesline over the top, and the Mind Eraser reigns supreme for the moment. Patrick Saint, Zach, it's little things like this. You don't want to mess with this guy. Sending him to the outside. Oh no.
Graca tried taking it to the sky, but the massive size of Patrick Saint stopping him dead in his tracks, but not for very long. Continuing to stay on his feet, no matter how much Graca throws himself at the champion. Oh no! That's one way to stop an offensive maneuver, but that's one way to turn the tide in a big way.
Mike Graca trying to do whatever it takes. You look at everything on the line here in the RWA, but everything that Mike Graca has to prove. Zach, for all we know, we could be going into Legacy 19 with Mike Graca as champ if he never got injured, but he is looking to pick off exactly where he left. And Mike Graca now right on to Patrick Saint.
Talk about the chance of getting hurt. Well, I mean, embodying the past right there, a little cactus jack elbow off the apron, continues to keep Patrick Saint at bay on the outside. But of course, champion's advantage dictates Graca's gotta get it done inside the ring to once again be RWA champion. And Patrick Saint, knowing that all too well, rolls out on the other side. Mike Graca obviously gonna be right in tow, but Patrick Saint catching him and dropping him low on the floor. Unforgiving out here. And Mike Graca feeling the worst effects of it.
Patrick Saint, another day in the office, toying around with the mind eraser, picking him up and planting him right down to the, not even the canvas, it's just the concrete over there, Zach.
You ain't kidding. Patrick Saint be stacking plates, and he wants to continue to stack bodies amongst the RWA roster, continue to maintain his place at the top of the food chain, and now senior official Manny Souza has to administer the count. And Patrick Saint can continue to lick his chops, run his mouth, make sure that everybody sees exactly what it means to be in the Patrick Saint era of RWA. Referee at a count of 7 though. Mike Graca's got to stir, and he does. But walks right into the den of the champion.
Picking Graca up, putting him in the corner, picking him back up and planting him to the canvas cover.
And normally I would say it's a mistake for somebody as in a championship defense to not hook the leg at every opportunity. But when you're someone like Patrick Saint, even a lateral press like that is going to knock the wind out of somebody. It is going to put that much more pressure on Mike Graca and continue to keep him at bay. But Graca continuing to fight on this day of Legacy 19, his 5th main event, looking to capture yet another championship.
Grabbing Graca and toying around with him, Zach. It's not looking too good right now.
I mentioned in the opener, Sean Knight showing that sense of urgency. And I would say once again that a championship also show that. But when you're a guy like Patrick Saint, the way he has continued to control his fate in the RWA, he imposes his will. He takes his time. He is methodical. He makes sure that everybody feels every bit of the aggression that he has to dish out. And he's going to make sure that Katie Prescott in the world bears witness to it.
Big chop to Saint. Graca hitting the ropes, not done yet. Big back elbow from Patrick Saint. And Zach, it's not looking too good. When you think Graca has an opportunity, Patrick Saint finds a way to capitalize.
Once again, into that lateral press, off that back elbow. You've been echoing it all night, Coach. Simple, but effective. And when Patrick Saint throws a back elbow at you, it is going to do 10 times more damage than it does from an average man.
Yelling at Mike Graca, letting him know what the deal is right now. Grabbing him and slapping him in the face. Graca's not somebody you want to slap around like that, Patrick Saint.
Patrick Saint wanted to take the head off, but the mind eraser looking to jack the jaw. Shut up, Patrick Saint, once and for all. but still not able to get Patrick Sate off his feet. Line after line, blow after blow. Now trying to turn the momentum in his favor. That signature big boot has Patrick Sate staggering. We know he and Katie Prescott are getting married next month. It would be a hell of a wedding favor if Mike Graca could carry the RWA Championship down the aisle. Now charging with a head of steam into the corner.
Crash collision, Graca charges Sate. And this could be the moment he needs. He needs that momentum on his side. But wait a minute, Zach. We don't see that often. Graca goes to the top.
I mean, there's gotta be some sinister thought. If you're gonna get in there with a Patrick Sate, you're gonna have to risk it all to win it all. And Patrick Sate ain't willing to take none of that. I don't like what anything is going on over there. Manny Souza imploring that they get down from there because it is quite dangerous, as Mike Graca just found out, losing his footing. Patrick Sate bringing him back. He clearly has his intentions set. Oh! Huge Death Valley driver, and it may be the death of Graca's chances of being champion. No!
Sate's not done yet, picking him up, elbow pad coming off. And what's Patrick Sate looking to do?
Big boomba clock. Tried for it earlier, got it this time, but still only good for two. It's still not over, Coach.
Still not over. Patrick Sate getting in the face of Manny Souza. That's not the person you want to put your hands on.
Absolutely, he has put himself in the middle of the baddest that RWA has to offer, and he is still here to referee this main event here at Legacy 19. So you do not want to disrespect the official, especially with the stakes that hang in the balance here tonight. But if Patrick Sate wanted to catch a body, dropping Graca on his head would be a good way to do it. Graca averting the danger, but couldn't avoid that black hole slam straight into the center, straight into the RWA logo. And Patrick Sate barking to the heavens, calling to his boy, Ricky! Cutting Graca in half, just as Roxanne Fury did to Selena Hakate. But not going to bring him victory yet.
Sate's in disbelief. Graca right now can't believe it. But Manny Souza, there's nothing that he could do. He's calling it down the middle.
I mean, I brought up the fact of hooking the leg, and it really might have come back to bite Patrick Sate, with Graca getting his foot on the rope and continuing to question Manny Souza's authority. May also come back to bite Patrick Sate if he ain't careful. But now, stalking his prey yet again right in front of Katie Prescott. Calling the kill. But Graca averts it. Desperately falls out of the way, sends Patrick Sate into the post.
Right into the post right there. Sate can't feel anything, so can't Graca. And Graca, you could see, able to find a way to capitalize and get out of that maneuver. But Zach, Graca can't even get to his feet right now.
And this is a pivotal separation moment for Mike Graca to get his bearings back, but the damage might already be done, because you see Patrick Sate stirring in that corner. Mike Graca trying to be willed on by his Hafiase, Katie Prescott, willed by the RWA faithful, who put him in this exact position. We are deep in the championship minutes, and Manny Souza ensuring that this bout can continue to go on. But Patrick Sate waving him off, but crumbles.
Graca called the shot. He hits it. If he dies, he dies. Cover.
Rolls him over. Whoa! I thought for sure we saw a dead body, but it's still not over. moments away from a new RWA champion, but Patrick Saint, as dangerous, as resilient as ever, but his day may come to an end now. No! Patrick Saint, just too big, too daunting, couldn't be picked up for that tombstone, and once again, throwing his entire body into that spear. Both men down. Throwing their best shots at each other, both continuing to survive, thrive under this one word we have echoed, pressure. And you say it best, Coach, who wants it more?
It's hard to pick favorites right now. It's hard to make up your mind as Mike Graca and Patrick Saint, both days, if it's not going to take spears, if it's not going to take kicks to the corner, what's it going to take? RWA Championship on the line. Mike Graca sees an opportunity right now, Zach.
Simple and effective drop toe hold leads once again to Patrick Saint being in the drop zone of these drop kicks, rattling the brains.
He did this to Cash Money and made him quit. Can he do the same to Patrick Saint?
Thrice the charm. 3. You want to talk about legacy moment? Another one forged in the history books here at Legacy 19. The reign of Saint comes to an end. His mind erased as we crown a new RWA heavyweight champion, Mike Graca.
Mike Graca worked so hard for this moment, so hard to capture the RWA Championship. Everything that he's overcame happened here today, and Mike Graca is now the RWA champion once again.
Wait, what the heck? Mike Graca can barely even celebrate it.
Who's this?
Multiple individuals coming out here and jumping the new champion. Katie Prescott in disbelief. We're in disbelief. The people in disbelief. Oh, whoa.
Who is this? We need some help in back here.
Mike Graca trying to fight back, defend his fiancée from these merciless thugs. I don't know who they are or where they came from, but one just blasted Graca with his newly won championship as Katie Prescott being trapped in the corner. What a way to ruin a moment.
What? Wait, what's in the No, Zach, don't tell me.
I know I used the term thugs, but I guess I was mistaken because it's hoods. We've been hoodwinked. We thought Cash Money, Davey and Shay, that they were blocked out of the building. We thought they weren't here tonight. And Cash Money with the Jeremy Bell over the skull of Mike Graca, and Katie Prescott helpless, defenseless to be able to help in any way, shape, or form. This is disgusting, Coach.
Mike Graca is helpless. Katie Prescott can't move, and Cash Money knows this is his last No.
This can't be serious. This can't be real. Well, I guess we're getting a double main event. This is ridiculous. T-Phoenix thought that he locked the hoods out, locked things down when it came to Cash Money shenanigans. But it looks like we've all had the wool pulling over our eyes as the masks were pulled off. The bell has been sounded. The RWA Championship once again on the line. And Cash Money with the calling card, the insult to injury, the 3.
Zach, I can't believe what we just witnessed.
What the hell was that?
Mike Graca just went to absolute war with Patrick Saint.
Cash Money has been touted by so many as the next one up. A legacy, literally, of the Cash family, but this is gonna be his defining moment.
I'm at a loss of words right now. At this moment, we're gonna take a brief intermission. Once again, to those watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe at the RWA Forever. From Zachary Levi and Chris Sanders, we'll see you in the next match.